What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing The Boogeyman. Excuse the setup, man. The usual team, Cam and Tone, are not in the building for the usual movie review setup, but we'll get back to that. But right now, we in the studio. The Boogeyman. Now, they're not going to let The Boogeyman go. As far as like a property to make, horror movies behind, they going to hold on to The Boogeyman. I remember there was a Boogeyman movie that came out. Let me look it up, man. I got the computer right here. We're going to look it up right now. The Boogeyman. First of all, remember growing up, and they were like, yo, the Boogeyman going to get you. The Boogeyman. Like, who was the Boogeyman? Like, we never had a complete, clear picture of what the Boogeyman looked like, who he was. Did he have on a trench coat? Was he naked? Like, who was the Boogeyman growing up? There was a film called Boogeyman in 2005. Terrible. Movie sucked. I remember it. I saw it. I was like, man, this movie trash. It's got a 4.2 on IMDb right now, but the Boogeyman didn't cut it. So now he's like, yo, man, let's take it back to the drawing board. Let's boogie it up again. Let's boogie nice. Here's the thing. The Boogeyman's rated PG-13. So I was already going in kind of skeptical. I was like, man, PG-13, you can't be scared. PG-13, you ain't scary. But the Boogeyman, though, the Boogeyman. I remember my brother was like, man, the Boogeyman gonna get you here under the bed. And I was like, man, don't play with me. So the movie involves the Boogeyman, of course, out here snatching your children up. Hide your kids, hide your wife. The Boogeyman gonna come get your kids if you ain't looking after them. That's the basis of the storyline, you know what I'm saying? Boogeyman gonna come get your kids. I remember an episode of the real Ghostbusters cartoon, and they had the Boogeyman on it, and he was mad creepy looking. He had this huge head, his face was pale, he had these red lips. I was like, yo, and he had kind of like a curl, like kind of like a rock star curl a little bit, because he had a little curl dangling over the top, but he was really creepy, and that was effective. But this Boogeyman, now I'm wondering, do I want my Boogeyman to look like an actual man, or do I want him to look like a creature of some sort? What's scarier to you? I feel like a man would be scarier, like just a creepy man coming out of your closet, rather than just like a creature walking on all fours. So there's this therapist who recently lost his wife in a car accident, and he has two daughters, one probably around 10, 11, another one's in high school. So they're dealing with the loss. They're trying to grieve. They're trying to get through it. And even though he's a therapist, he's trash at dealing with the trauma that the family has endured. Like, he's not really talking to his daughters. And so it's funny coming from a therapist. Like, you should be on the front lines of dealing with this kind of trauma, this type of, especially for your girls. You're a therapist. You do this. You live this. But he's not really equipped on this front. And I get it. It's personal now. Now it's personal for you. But come on, man, your daughters. So permeating underneath this is a creature that's, dwelling in the household now. Like, I don't know how it latched onto this family, but it's like, yo, it's stalking the baby girl. It's like, yo, I'm in your closet. I'm in your room. When it's dark, here I am. And the teenage daughter is dealing with this as well, but she's trying to get to the bottom of things. She's trying to figure out what's going on, why this man, one of your patients, why did he just come in our house and say that something took his family one after the other, like took his kids or whatever. So she's doing the dirt digging, if you will. And so that's pretty much the premise of the movie. It's like, my dad is not talking to us. He don't believe what's going on. We got this monster harassing me and my baby sister. We out here on the front lines, Pops, and you ain't even talking about Mom's death. So they just trying to figure it out. Now, here's the thing about the Boogeyman itself, the monster itself. Side note, the actress that played the little girl, I feel like she's 48 years old in this little body. She looked like a grown woman in terms of how she moves, how she carries herself, how she woke up in the morning. I'm like, yo, Sawyer. Her name is Sawyer in the movie. First of all, her name is Sawyer. The baby girl's name is Sawyer. First of all, you give a girl the name Sawyer, she's 45 at birth. That's a serious business ass name. You're born with a degree if your name is Sawyer. Sawyer? That's a lot of pressure. You got to handle your business. That's your name, Sawyer, as a girl. But she felt every bit of 52. The Boogeyman himself, I didn't like the way he looked. He looked too alien creature-like to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. I didn't like that look. Crawling on all fours, and it's creepy when you're in that scenario, but I wanted to see a boogeyman. Step in with a trench coat on. If he looked like Candyman, I wouldn't have been mad. But like, he was a creature. You know how, I don't know if y'all remember The Fly from 1986 with Jeff Goldblum. Remember at the very end when he really started changing into a fly and he came out of the thing? Like, that last look that he had in that movie, where the way he was looking when he pulled out the shotgun and shot himself in The Fly, that's kind of what the boogeyman reminded me of. And I ain't really like that look. I wish it was just like a guy that was just mad, creepy, and scary and taking folks out. That's just me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. You let me know in the comment section below. But forget all that. You want to know the review of the Boogeyman. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I ain't got the swivel chair, man. I got to do the inorganic dry turnaround. My booty was dry on the seat. I'm giving the Boogeyman 3 saxophones out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but I'm going to forget about this movie later on down the line. And I'm just mad at how useless the dad was. The dad was useless in this movie. Take care of your kids, y'all. The Boogeyman is out here looking at your kids, man. Keep an eye on your kids. Take care. Pay attention. Watch them. If they say something's in the closet, believe them. There's boogeymen out here. Boogeymen and women. And boogie non-binary is in there too, man. Anyway. All right, y'all, that's my review of the Boogeyman. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comment section below. Did you see the one from 2006 or 8 or whenever that came out? And did you see that episode of Ghostbusters I'm talking about? Let me know in the comment section below. Matter of fact, Google Boogeyman from the real Ghostbusters cartoon and let me know if you think he's scary or not, man. Let me know. And do you think Sawyer is a good first name for a girl? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.